A worthy representative of French expertise, it's in Paris that the Herbelin brand unveiled its very first physical store. The Champs-Élysées offered very little for the watchmaker from Charquemont, who preferred the calm and discreet luxury of the Saint-Germain-des-Prés district. From the outset, when looking at the storefront, we see that the image of the family brand has evolved. The year 2022 is a milestone for the Herbelin company, since we're celebrating our 75th anniversary this year. It was created in 1947 by my grandfather in Charquemont, on the Swiss border, the French side of watchmaking. This is an opportunity for us to reveal a new identity, in the continuity of what has been done by our predecessors, while bringing our current vision and then our desire to project ourselves into the future. So the name Michel Herbelin becomes Herbelin. We go back to basics to really show our assets as they really are. A bit like this first case from the French watchmaker. Clean, it offers customers an immersive experience and somehow synthesizes the expertise as well as the new guidelines of the house, which wants to be creative and attentive to the smallest detail. At the helm, a quartet, which has set itself the objective of redefining the graphic and aesthetic codes of Herbelin. Opening a Herbelin store in Saint-Germain means starting from the Saint-Germain context, taking as many existing elements as possible. The posts are kept, parts of the walls are left exposed, the ceilings also with the period beams, mixed with the sophistication of our products, of our brand. With an accentuation of the lines, the new collections highlight a more design and more contemporary approach. If we take a Newport, the new generation becomes Newport Slim, where we find the outline, the most minimalist possible, with the emblematic characteristics. But this time, we sculpt the whole, sculpt the light, by working the way we facet the metal. An integral part of Herbelin's new strategy, the development of extreme, more technical models, should make it possible to attract a new clientele. The #1 fan and brand ambassador is Aurélien Ducrot, double freeride ski world champion and talented skipper, Class 40 world champion. We worked on a carbon Newport, which uses the materials of his boat, i.e. carbon, titanium, an edition from last year that I wear. And then you also discover behind me the Route de Rome 2022 edition, where we push the vice of performance, technology with titanium, FKM, water resistance to 300 meters. And for the small details, an ultra-specific dial that takes up the curves of the sea currents from the start of the Rome route.
Les courbes des courants marins du départ de la route du Rhum.
No limits, whether in terms of creativity, product or development. This is the new speech of a brand that's very proud of its history and its origins. We really consider ourselves as uncompromising Gauls, truly the guarantors of French watchmaking. And indeed, what we're trying to do is to make the brand become much more present in people's minds, whether in France or internationally, for everything we represent: refinement, the French touch, the real thing, the authenticity, a product that is durable. Today in our workshop, we still repair Newports that were released 30 years ago. Even while nearly 60% of its turnover is recorded in France, thanks to its 650 resellers, Herbelin intends to go further in the next 5 years. Already present in around 30 countries, the Franche-Comté brand hopes to develop its network of physical stores in markets with very high potential, China in particular. Apart from China, the USA are part of the target for the development of Herbelin. We also have Brazil. All these countries are fans of France, love the French touch. That's what we try to create in this store. And we also use this store to communicate internationally and show the various consumers and even our customers, distributors and jewelers what we are capable of doing here in Paris. With products equipped with increasingly slender and complex movements, with increasingly refined designs, the new Herbelin identity is beginning to have an effect with professionals, but also, and above all, with a public of connoisseurs, which has also elevated to the rank of #1 the Newport Slim skeleton, created especially for the 75th anniversary of the brand. It's a bit of a consecration today, since we had the chance to win the prize for the Watch of the Year. And so to have received this award is for us a real honor, especially since the votes were made by the public, and not only by professionals. which shows all the interest that the brand has with the general public today.
du grand public aujourd'hui.
Arbelin, the new future of a historic French watchmaker.